European circuit is Jake's favourite. And he gave us Japan.
Okay, Le Mans.
And what do you got, Fabio? You have a rhinoceros in the bar.
Okay, so for not only
the grand old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill and he marched them down again. Hey!
Hello and welcome to the Petronas Sepang Racing Team online quiz Lockdown. This quiz pits 3 contestants against each other in a 5-round contest. If you haven't seen it yet, please check out the previous episodes available on our Facebook page. Thank you everyone who watched, liked and gave us comments. But for this week's quiz, let's meet the contestants.
Contestant number 1 is the new main man at Sepang International Circuit.
Shafriman, good to see you here. Thanks for joining us. The new man at the helm of Sepang International Circuit, obviously a very important place for the team. Tell us what's the state of play? What's going on? How's it been coming into your new job?
Hi, Andy. Hi, everyone. It's good to be here, actually, and to be part of the SIC family. For everyone's information, the circuit has just started operations on 12, and based on the guidelines from the government, we can currently run personal training sessions of not more than 10 people, be it in motorsports training or other sports. So safety precautions have been set in place. It's a new lifestyle that we have to adapt to, going on new premises, but it's a start for us. There's still so much of uncertainty for everyone, but end of the day, we want to ensure that SIC's operation remains stable as we weather the storm, overcoming challenges by being flexible and adaptable. Continuously working on to diversify our business in new and creative ways.
Now, what everybody wants to know, are we coming to visit you at the end of the year? What's happening? What's the latest you can tell us about this? I know there's lots of conversations going on behind the scenes, but what's the latest you can tell us about the Malaysian Grand Prix this year?
Well, I look forward to meeting up with you at the end of the year and all the fans. But at the moment, we have submitted a proposal to the government on hosting the events in the future. This also includes MotoGP in November. What I can say now that we are positively waiting for the approval from the government, and we will update the fans from time to time. Currently, the plans and preparations for the national championship and major events are still ongoing. So that's what's happening at the moment.
So for the latest, make sure you know about it. Check out Sepang International Circuit's website, where you will get all the information, and also on social media. So thank you, Shafriman. Now let's meet the next contestant.
Contestant number 2 is the first Malaysian rider to achieve a Moto3 Grand Prix win.
Kip, good to see you again. Thanks for joining us for a second time. You came back for more of this. How's it going? What's the latest with you?
No, I mean, I'm still training here at home, and at the moment now, we can go out for cycling and make something with the bike. So I'm happy for that. And still we miss about racing, but we need to wait and looking forward.
Looking forward indeed, but let's look back just briefly. Just tell us what's your best memory of racing at Sepang International Circuit? It's a fabulous track.
Sorry.
What's your best memory of racing at Sepang International Circuit?
Yes, in 2014 in the Asia I win 2 times, and also in 2016 I was 8th position in the Moto3. So I think it's the best memory for me.
Thank you very much, Kip. Now, talking of good memories of racing in Malaysia, let's now meet the next contestant.
Contestant number 3 is the first Malaysian rider to achieve a Moto3 Grand Prix podium.
Fahmi, thank you for joining us. Good to see you here. Tell us a bit about what you're up to these days.
Hi everyone, thank you Andy, thank you Petronas SRT for inviting me. Well, now I'm taking care of the talent development program for SIC since 2018. Well, now nothing much we can do. We just do our virtual training at home with the riders, and hopefully our plan 31st of March, all the riders will come back to Sepang, to the base where everyone live during all the year, so we can do our normal training back.
Good. Now, talking of going to SIC, what's your best memory of racing at Sepang International Circuit?
Well, I had many good memories racing at Sepang Circuit. I think the first one was definitely 2012, where I scored my pole position on Saturday, and then on Sunday I was fighting with Sandro Cortese and Jonas Folger for the victory, and then on the last lap Sandro passed me and I finished second. So that was really good memory for me. And the other one was when I was racing in World Supersport. I finished second. That time also I was fighting for the victory. So, well, definitely many good memories, but that was the best too for me.
No, that sounds fantastic. And obviously you're trying to impart all your wisdom and experience onto a new generation of Malaysian riders. So that's fantastic to hear. But just final question. What's more difficult, working with the young riders or looking after your own young children?
Wow. Well, honestly, riders is more difficult. I mean, you have to... every one of them is different, have different character, and then some of them you can speak hard, and some of them you have to speak soft or in different way. So I think with kids, you know your own kids because you live with them, but with the riders it's just different. You have to adapt as well to how the riders style, you know.
Well, we look forward to seeing the young riders coming up through the ranks and hopefully one day beating your own results. So that's something we look forward to. Thank you, Fahmi. Those are the contestants.
Thank you.
You can learn more about Kip on the website sepangracingteam.com. And if you want to find out more about Sepang International Circuit, it's sepangcircuit.com. But now it's time for our fan question selection. So, fan questions, where one fan will win a pair of Monitor Moniflex trainers. First questions are for Shafriman. All these questions have come from Instagram this week. First question for you, Shafriman, comes from Derany Chan _37. And it's a good one. New position, obviously, for you. Would you be interested in hosting an F1 race?
I thought we were talking about MotoGP here, but it's a fair question. The decision to quit Formula One was actually based on a study which was focused on the economic impact to Malaysia. So any decision to bring F1 back will require a lot of thought. One that will consider fans and also the economic viability. We understand the thirst of the motorheads in Malaysia and throughout the world to have this important such as F1 returning to Malaysia. All I can say for sure, if is that if a good offer presents itself, we will listen carefully. However, with the current challenges, it is not on top of our priority list.
Okay, that's good to know, because obviously with the current climate and looking at schedules and all that kind of thing, a circuit with an airport down the road and hotels it's a good property. There's potential there, Alan. It's kind of interesting things could happen. Who knows? So next question for you, Shafriman. How are you helping? How's the circuit helping kart drivers, young karting drivers?
Yes, well, the kart drivers is a very important, element for talent development that we are looking at. At the moment, SIC has set in place a solid motorsports development program, and this includes a program for kart drivers. We've previously organized SIC X30 with the National Go-Kart Championship Series, and we plan to continue the selection and the session this year, subject to approval from the current from the government. From the X30 series, we aim to discover young performing karters who will be developing into this program to race in F4 Southeast Asia Championship, at par with the championship. So currently, the go-kart circuit is open for training purposes only at the moment. For all the karters out there, you can contact SIC to book your slot.
So that's a very good answer. Thank you for that. That question came from Mohammed_74 Hasif. So yeah, any budding karters get down there, and of course any budding young riders. Not only have we got Fami and looking after the academy, but there's potential at the circuit too. So a true motorsport centre. Thank you, Shafriman. Next we go to Kip. Some questions for you. First question is from Emmy, so EMEYYYY __ on Instagram. You know who you are if you ask the question. And it's, why did you choose your race number 89? Why use the number 89?
Yes, before I was in CV in 2015, I used 98 because of my year of born, and then
Easy.
when I moved to Moto3 in the World Championship, it was some rider used 98, then I choose 89.
89. Okay,
Simple.
that's good. But maybe 89 is better then, because if you have the year of your birth, it means later in your career you can't lie about your age. So that's good that it's no longer your year of birth. That's a good solution. We like that. And not that I'm advocating in any way lying about your age. I'm 26, by the way. Next question for you from Cool Seekers with a Z. What career would you have if you were not a rider? What career, if you weren't a rider, you weren't riding for SRT, what would you like to do?
Maybe because when I was kid, I was dreamed to be racing. So I think I will find the way to race.
Okay, a man with a proper objective and mission. Okay, that's good.
Yes.
That's good. Thank you for that, Kip. Thank you for that. Fami, we now go to you. And this is a very good question. It's very interesting. And Kip, you need to listen to the answer to this maybe, but you probably well know already. So Fami, this comes from UI_Sani. Which is the most important sector in the Sepang circuit? Which is the most important sector? And I'm guessing we're meaning for a good lap time here.
Well, if you, for me, sector 2 is the most important sector because it has all the fast corner, But it depends on what bike are you racing? Are you racing on? If it's Moto3, of course, the first and the last sector, the first and the fourth sector is the most important because it has a lot of straight. So the slipstream is very important. But if you are racing on the big bike, of course, all the fast corners is important. So I think for me, the second sector and the third sector is the most important.
Okay, well, second and third, you may as well add in the first as well. But yeah, we'll go with second sector is the most important. So that sounds good. Nice fast corners. You got to get them right. Second question from you comes from Adam Maxwell 72, and it's a nice question. This: what did you feel when you were you became the first Malaysian rider to get a podium in MotoGP in Moto3?
Well, I think it comes with all the support from the sponsors, from SIC as well, from the trainer, from yourself, from your family, and then I think I developed this confidence from the first year from the first year I came to the World Championship 2010 2011, where my best result 7th place, and then when I come to 2012, I see some potential that I can be competitive, and then during all the year I was trying to be in the podium, but many race I lose in the last lap. So when we came to Sepang, I was just aiming, okay, this race I will aim for podium or victory because this is my hometown. So, and then I was really proud of the work of my team doing that time, but also I was proud of myself with the effort I did, with the training, with the people was supporting me, and again, to perform in a home Grand Prix is not easy because it's kind of like pressure, but that time I managed to handle it,
Yeah, well, you handled it magnificently. It was a fantastic result. So thank you for all the fan questions. Only one winner, and I think the winner of a pair of Monitor Moniflex trainers as worn by the team when we were at the track. That goes to the question about the most important sector at Sepang International Circuit, because it was a very interesting answer and good hints and tips there for racers and riders everywhere. So that's fan questions out of the way. That means now we go into round number 1. So round number 1, this is a new one this week, and it's the Malaysian Grand Prix Masterclass brought to you by Sepang International Circuit. Here we find out how well our contestants know the history of the Malaysian Grand Prix. So let's start with contestant number 1, Shafriman, the new man at the helm of the circuit. Here's where we find out how well you've done your homework before coming into the new job. So first question for you. What's the total number of Grand Prix, both MotoGP and Formula One, that have taken place at Sepang International Circuit? How many?
You know what, Andy? I had a dream last night, but it only involved Formula One numbers. So, and I'm usually good at this. So let me see. If in total Formula One and MotoGP, I think my answer would be 40. So MotoGP 21 races and F1 19 races, both since 1999. Am I right?
Perfect. On the mark there. And anybody who wants to investigate, maybe there's the reflection from Shafriman's glasses show what's on his screen. So if he was doing a quick Wikipedia search there, please investigate, let us know. But yeah, 40 that is. But now this second question is a bit more sophisticated and difficult because there's different interpretations here. But bonus question: total number of Malaysian Grand Prix, F1, MotoGP, Formula Libre, all the other Tasman series, so going back, that have taken place at all venues, not just Sepang.
I'm taking out my specs right now, so you won't.
We gave away your poker tell. We gave it away.
Okay. I know. I think I know the answer to this, but I'm not sure. But my guess would be 48. 48. No. Why 48 is because MotoGP, you have like 29 races since 1991 in Malaysia, and Formula One, you have 19 races since 1999, because MotoGP we started earlier in Batu Tiga.
So, according to the font of wisdom that is Wikipedia, if you take the full linealogy of Malaysian Grand Prix and Tasman Series and Formula Libre, Formula Atlantic, I think as well, it gives the number of 66. Please do debate this on our social media if you think this number is different, and we can retrospectively do the points. But I think it's a good opener from Shafriman. So I think we'll give you for that solid 8 points. Solid 8 points for round one. So there you go. Next questions, we go to Kip. Kip, now this is a very specific question to you. What was your qualifying lap time at the 2016 Malaysian GP? Oh, yes, I remember that.
I don't remember, to be honest.
Okay, it was 2 minutes 28.898 seconds, and that placed you 20th on the grid. But we'll give you a bonus question there, and if you were paying attention earlier, you already have the answer. Which year did Fahmi get his best position in a Malaysian GP, and what was the position?
Fahmi? Second position, no?
Yes, correct. Which year?
2012, I think.
Perfect. Okay, that's good. So you didn't know anything about yourself, but you knew something about Fahmi. So that's good. That's not, you're not self-centered. So we like that. So we'll give you 7 points. We'll give you 7 points for that. Fahmi, we go to you for the next question.
Yeah.
You know, obviously, that you finished second, but how close was it? How close were you to taking the win? What was the time difference between you and first place?
Well, when was it? The Sepang Grand Prix.
Yeah, 2012, when you finished second. How close were you to Scorsese in front? What was the gap?
0.0 48.
Oh, you were closer than that. It was 0.028. So close, close. You took about 1,000 times that to think about what the gap was. So, I mean, a remarkable result. So close. Bonus question as well, because everyone else has had a bonus question. What was the MotoGP front row in Sepang last year? So last year, what was the front row?
Last year?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I remember that. The first one, Fabio, Maverick, Franco.
Perfect. Now, you were nearly there with your own time difference. You got that straight for the bonus question. So that's 9 points you get. 9 points. So very well done. That means you're currently the leader. You've got the most points in round one. End of round one means that now we go to round two. So this round is called Lockdown Lunacy, and it's brought to you by With You. Here we want to know what's the daftest or most out of character thing that our contestants have done whilst under lockdown conditions, because it's spending all this time at home means we do things a bit out of normal sometimes. We're going to go to contestant number 2 first. Kip, obviously we know a bit about what you've been doing before, but what else has been happening? Anything else out of character? You haven't been sat in that same place since the last quiz, I hope. Hello, Kip.
I have same like last time.
Hello.
Hello.
Kip. What's been happening? Have you been doing anything out of the ordinary? What's been happening for you?
No, I just do the same like last time. Indoor cycling and cooking and help my father and yes,
Okay,
I just do indoor.
Okay, very important question for you though, Kip. This is you told us last time how you will never hoover your apartment, never hoover the floor. Have you done any hoovering yet, or still not hoovered?
Not yet.
Not yet. Kip, come on. Not yet. Okay. Okay, you're keeping nice and balanced, so we give you 5 points. Nothing crazy being done for you. Let's go to contestant number 1 next, Shafriman. Big change for you, obviously, and pretty much in the midst of lockdown. But what else have you been doing unusual apart from having a new email address and new company to work for?
Well, I've been doing a lot of catch up on Netflix recently during the lockdown, and I think the most craziest thing that I've ever done with Netflix is I didn't sleep for a day and a half because I was watching Money Heist. Season 1, season 2, season 3, and I'm now into season 4.
So as someone at the helm of a big organization with SIC, you need to maximize your return on investment. So I think we can truly say with Netflix, you really maximized your return on that investment there. That's going to the max. I think that's 10 points. I'm a day and a half solid watching Netflix. Respect you. I could not do that. Not do that. So final question, Fami. What about yourself? What have you done that's been a bit strange or daft or out of character whilst under lockdown?
During the MCO period, I was doing restore my old bike with my father. Take out every ball, every part of the bike, and then clean it, and then polish it, and then put it nicely, and then and lucky the bike still running, you know. That was the moment I think I do in this period.
Yeah, speaking of someone who does have an old bike sat in a workshop, which I have thought I should get round to, haven't done it yet. I can appreciate that, and it sounds like your efforts went better than Frankie's. He's not a bike mechanic. He did tell us on a earlier round of lockdown, so that's a good score for Fami as well. I think we'll give you, restoring an old bike. That's good, strong 9 points for that. Good solid score. That means now, very interestingly, going into round 3, we've got a tie at the lead, Fami and Shafriman. So all is to play for. Round 2 is over. Let's go now to round 3. So round 3 is brought to you by Petronas, and it's called Home Help. Here we want to know what device or advice has been invaluable to our contestants during lockdown. We've heard from team members about hoovers and steam mops and all kinds of and electric massagers and all kinds of different things. So what about this week's contestant? Let's start with contestant number 3. Fami, what device or advice has been really useful to you during this time of lockdown?
Well, definitely my TV. I never like to watch TV, but the first 3 weeks of the lockdown, I watch a lot of Netflix, like Shafriman's. I watch also Money Heist, you know, and I finish it already. I sleep during the night because I'm not like Shafriman, didn't sleep 1 day and a half. But definitely my TV and of course the internet connection.
TV and internet connection. Yep, very important. Okay, good, solid answers there. We give you, let's say 7 points. And next we go to Kip. What device or advice has been invaluable to you?
For me, I think same like Fahmi.
TV and internet. I think this is an interesting response because we can't give you the same number of points.
Normally I don't watch TV, and now I start to watch TV because I don't know what to do at home. And of course, I do cycling, indoor, and something. And when at night, for sure I watch the TV, and internet connection also important.
Okay, but I can't give you the same score as Fahmi. It's a good try. It's a good attempt, Kip. I see what you were trying to do there. We'll give you 6 points. You deducted 1 point for giving the same answer. Okay, we go to contestant. We go to Shafriman next. What about yourself? What device or advice? And you've given us Netflix already, so we can't have Netflix back in there.
Okay. So I promise you guys I won't give the same answer as what Kip told you earlier. So there's two things that I keep very close during this lockdown period. Number one is my cap, because the salon, the barber is not open and everything, and I need to manage my hair. So every time I shampoo my hair, it's all gone crazy. So what I do is I put on my cap and then it stays in place, and that's why you have a cap right now, right? The second one I think would be my YouTube app. I learn a lot of things in YouTube, especially cooking. You can Google recipes, cook and everything. So YouTube is, I think, one of the most important advice or app that I would subscribe to anyone who's asking me what's the most important thing during this period.
I like that a lot because you can learn everything on YouTube. It's incredible. So, and the cap, a lot of people have experienced the hair issues. So thank you for not wearing a cap for this. So that's good. Solid. We'll give you 8 points for that. Nice solid answers there. So that means that just puts you actually into a 1 point lead. You're just 1 point ahead of Fahmi. Kip's just dropping back. I think Kip's going for a kind of late round flourish. That is round 3 over, which means we go now to round 4. So round 4 is brought to you by Flyme 2, and it's entitled Go Get. This is where we ask the contestants to go get something from their homes. If you haven't got the item requested, you can still score, get the nearest approximation. Creativity does come into play. So contestants at the ready, I want you to get something you would use, something from the office, something to work with.
Is it?
Well, perfect. What do you got? Okay, and a pen. That's good. Yeah. Good office material. Yeah. Stapler. Oh, is it a stapler or is it a stapler?
Yeah, a stapler. Yeah, a stapler.
I think
I'm actually got my office.
We almost did this.
Who wants this?
Because you're hard
You have this in your office?
You're hard at work in the office. So but when we prepare with contestants, we just check and make sure we know where they're being filmed. And originally, Shafriman was going to be in the office, so we thought, oh, that's an easy one for him. The office is being decorated at SIC at the moment, but now you're doing it from you come up with a PlayStation. So Interesting one for so the first element of Go Get, stapler straight away from Fami, which shows that despite his youth, he's quite old school by stapling documents in this technological age. So we'll give you 8 points for that. Kip had to go and search for a pen, but we'll give you 8 points for that. That was good and solid. Shafriman, I'm in two minds whether we give you extra points for having a PlayStation in the office or lower points. But as we've just this week for Sepang Racing Team announced a new esports rider in Kana, I think you having the PlayStation shows that you're doing your research and backing that. You're making sure you can take your family advice online too. Exactly. So I'm going to go for 10 points for that. I'm going to go bam. That's good. That's good. But now it's a 3-parter this round. So item number 2 at the ready, everybody. I want you to go and get a piece of sporting equipment, sports equipment. If you want sports equipment to wear, if you go to our website, we do have a 30% discount on Team Kip, so you can sit at home looking
vitamin
like this.
Yeah.
Helmet, see, this is the perfect one.
I need vitamin.
Vitamin. Golf club. Brilliant. Now, okay.
This is considered sports, Andy?
Yeah, I give you that. You can lie about if it's got the right sporting approval on it. That's fine. Always wear a correct helmet and wear it correctly. Golf club, that's good. So 8 points for Fami, 8 points for Shafriman. Kip came out with vitamins and took a little bit of time to get vitamins, and he's got a bike on the wall behind him. Look behind him. I'm sorry, Kip. I've got nothing against you, but we have to keep giving you these low scores. So, I'll give you 7 because everyone should take their vitamins. It's very important for your immune system to take your vitamins. We'll give you 7 points for that. Now, final element, and this is where Kip has the opportunity to come back with something good. Think of something you never use, Kip, maybe. So item number 3 from everyone, I want you to get a cleaning product, something you use to clean the home. You're all at home. Home.
This one.
Mr. Sheen. And a whiteboard mark. Is that a whiteboard marker?
Yeah.
And, good bit of. I can't make out the brand, but that looks good stuff. Everyone, clean and healthy team. So everybody for the cleaning products, perfect. Everybody knows where the cleaning products are, which is good. Whether everyone uses it, we don't know. That's 10 points for everyone for that element, which means a bit of adding up we have to do. And let's see where we're at, because there's 3 different scores in that particular round. And it looks like, okay, good. So, Shafriman's played it well. He's played it well. He's gone up to 54 points. Good scores in every element of that round. Fami, you dropped back a little bit. So all to play for coming into the final round. You're on 51 points, and Kip 43 points. So we want a good final flourish. That was round 4. So that means it's now time for round 5. Round 5 is called Breakout Bonanza, and it's brought to you by BARACUDA. Crucially, this is the final round, so it's the last chance to get those points in. And we've got a lot of points left, so big scores can happen. Here we are, contestants. What 3 things they want to do once lockdown is fully over. So once it's all back to kind of normal regulations, restrictions, what really do you want to do? What can't you wait to do? So we'll start with contestant number 3, Fami. What 3 things do you really want to do once lockdown's over?
Well, first, I think I just want to cycle with all my friends like normal day. I mean, with a lot of them, because now our government said we can maximum only with 10 people. So I think if we have I just want when it's everything over, I just want to have a big group of cycling, so we can go long distance. And then the second one, I just want to ride back on the track. I mean, on the big track, on the go-kart track in Sepang. That what I miss a lot during this lockdown. And the third one is what? Yeah, going to shopping mall.
Okay. So cycling we like a lot. That's good. Making out you've got more than 10 friends, we like that as well. You have to have a big group. So we want to see the family cycle trip and how many thousands of people are riding with you. That's going to be a good national health exercise. So good scores. I'm going to give you 10 for those two. Then the shopping mall. Come on, shopping mall. 5 points for that. So
I mean airport.
35 points you get for the final round. Let's go next to Kip. What 3 things, and I hope you got good things because this is your last chance to make a jump back into the lead.
First, racing. I miss to race with a big group, especially the Moto3.
Yep.
And also cycling with a friend, because now I just do indoor. I think it's boring.
And you keep hitting the walls. There's not enough space.
Yeah, hitting the wall.
We've all tried it.
And 3, for sure, I want to go somewhere. I don't know where I want to go, but for sure go somewhere, because now stay at home and nothing to do, boring, and
you could go to Sepang International Circuit. We know the man with the keys to the gate.
yes, of course.
And 9 other people. Okay, Kip. Come on, we're going to give you
50 points, I think.
Do you think 50? I don't think 50. I'm going to give you a bonus, so you're going to get 40 points. 40 points, 40. That's been generous. That's been good. Let's see where that leaves you. So, final answers from the final contestant. Shafriman, what 3 things do you want to do once it's back to previous world order?
Okay, that's number 1. I miss football. I would like to go out and play football again with my friends, and I have a team that I play, normally during weekends and everything. So that's the first thing. Go out and play football. And I hope that the Premier League returns back to our TV soon. I miss Premier League. Right.
There we are. So, which team you follow? Which team you support? I'm not a football supporter.
I'm not going to reveal that here. But okay.
Okay. Anybody who knows online who Shafriman follows, please add it on our comments so we can all debate the football.
It's probably Liverpool.
Yeah. Okay. The second thing that I would like to do is maybe I would like to go for a run, or I might buy a bicycle and go out on the track and all around Sepang, so I can see all the things that is Sepang. Right. That's number 2. And number 3, I think this is the most important one of all. I would like to go back to my parents' place and give them a big hug, because I have not seen them for quite some time.
Very good answers. So on all these ones, you score well because football, good and get out there. I think the annual Sepang MotoGP football match, that looks like that's on the calendar still. So yeah, that's fantastic. So we'll give you good points for that. Go cycling around the circuit. Now, I think if you look around the offices of Sepang International Circuit, there's going to be in a cupboard or hidden away somewhere, there will certainly be a bicycle that Razlan, your predecessor, has left somewhere that he hasn't told
Yeah,
us
even
about,
we have 6 bicycles in my
so that he
garage.
can't play, because
You
if
can
you see
count.
him when we do video calls with him, he's got more bikes than Kip. He almost has had as many bicycles as I have, so and that's a lot of stupid bicycles. So very good for
There's
that.
one
And
limited edition in the office.
Exactly. There's probably still one in there. There's probably, he say he'll come and collect it. No, that's yours. You just put the nameplate on it. It's your bike now. And who can deny it? We all want to go and see our parents. Those of us who have parents, to go and give them a hug, because we've had to keep that distance. So yeah, very good scores there. I've got to give you more points than Kip, because we get you generous there. I'm going to give you 50 points for that final round. That was a strong final flourish. And that means the end of the contest in terms of point scoring. So we can look at and see where everyone is. The good news is that everybody has a podium. That's the joy of this. Everybody has a podium. In third place, and it got closer at the end, but you maintained a consistent podium position, Kip. 83 points. Congratulations. Your second lockdown podium of the year. Well done. Well done. Second place. Good answers. Thank you for joining us. Fami on 86 points. That means the winner. Fami's got his own trophy.
I always get second.
The gap was a bit different. It was a bit more than 0.028 seconds. On 104 points, 104. Shafriman, very well done indeed. Your prize is a bottle of Petronas Sprinta oil. And
You don't need that.
And a year's free pass to Sepang International Circuit. So you can go to any event you want at Sepang International Circuit. Very well done for that. Very well done. Unbelievable. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Thank you, everyone, for watching. We hope you all enjoyed it. Please give us your feedback online. We do read all the comments. And please follow us on social media. Follow our contestants too, and Sepang International Circuit. Next time, it's going to be interesting. A bit of management mayhem, because we have from the team, Stiggy and Wilco. And then also joined by Monster Energy Yamaha's team director, Massimo Magali. So get your questions in for the management rest home for former riders for next week's quiz. Stay safe. Keep washing those hands. Follow all the best practice advice in your country. Thank you to all our sponsors. Thank you in particular to Sepang International Circuit. Well done again, Shafriman, for winning. And thank you in particular to all frontline workers from all of us. If you're watching this live, this afternoon's treat on MotoGP, all their platforms will be the 2015 San Marino MotoGP on YouTube, Facebook, and with live tweeting. So enjoy that. For us from lockdown, thank you very much, and we'll see you next week. Goodbye.